Hi, I'm Srinivas. I manage the enterprise business for the South Asia as Director Enterprise Solutions.
Okay. First, let me ask you, what are the growth drivers of IT services in India?
So we look at if you look at the industry segments that are actually growing in terms of IT spend, uh, the maximum contributors are the telecom sector, of course the government through Digital India, which has a lot of potential, and e-commerce and cloud service providers, banking and finance. It's growing very well on the back of a number of initiatives that banks are taking towards customer experience, and of course manufacturing.
Okay. What are Intel's target markets among these?
Intel has actually focused on all four segments, uh, uh, but we do see the potential for growth in the com sector, communication sector, e-commerce and cloud, as well as of course empowering the smart cities in digital India.
Who are your the major customers in India?
Uh, India, if we look at it, the Intel has actually created a very standard ecosystem, and our products and solutions get adopted in a variety of ways by almost every customer in business across India. So it's difficult to say who are our major customers, but we work with all the large corporates as well as our OEM partners, the software partners, the application partners. So it's a whole range of ecosystem. That's what Intel is known for. So we are actually focused on growing the technology adoption both in the consumer and businesses by working with this ecosystem of end users and OEMs and the technology partners.
Okay. Coming to the launch of the new Intel processor product, what are your plans in Indian market, and what are your expectations from this software application developer community?
Yeah, you have seen today, the Tata Consulting Services, which is the leader in the systems integration business and the application development area, has been one of the early adopters of the Xeon E5 E3, the Haswell range of servers, in which is actually leveraged for the bank's application in providing higher capabilities in terms of risk management and other financial services applications through the use of this technology. So we do see that India is actually a growth market for the cloud services, for HPC, for e-commerce, for communications, the whole range of data center transformation happening in these industries. So we do see a big potential to be a big player in the data transformation through Xeon E5 launch. The reason I say much more intensely today is because this architecture is across compute, across storage, and across communications, the networks. So all the three elements are going to redefine the way the data center transformation takes place in software-defined network. We already talked about a number of features which will enhance the software-defined network, like say cache monitoring, uses of advanced vector instructions, uses of the SSDs, which are almost 6x better in terms of throughput and multiplying impact on the latency, reduced power efficiency. We do see a great focus on servers in the Indian market in these sectors. And I would like to particularly point out to the fact that it is one of the most energy efficient servers, the CPU energy consumption wise across the planet in that particular category across DP, UP and NP category.
Okay, could you explain a bit about your customers who have implemented the latest server technology?
Oh,
Like-
I already talked about. I think we had TCS today adopting it. We have one of the other one.
Healthcare.
Yeah, healthcare sector, and the one which is in the IP video streaming, River Silicon, right?
Yeah.
The IP video streaming. So these are some of the early testimonials that we have. So we look forward, and starting from today onwards, a number of OEMs will have these products in their product line. So we do see a momentum continuing in the next few months.
So what are the ROI advantages you have seen with your clients?
Yeah.
Is there any figure?
Yeah. Anything. See, Accenture provides an ability to do analytics, to do big data, to do big cloud services, to do HPC in a much more efficient way, right? And this efficiency figures range up to 3x in terms of the efficiency they achieve in be it financial transactions, risk management, or be it analytics deployment in telecom communications, or a weather forecasting in HPC. So we do see this product helping scale a variety of workloads that are commonly going in the industry today.
Okay. How do you expect the data center market evolve in India in the IT services segment? What scope do you have?
Yeah, data center market in India is growing at 25%, right? All the telcos are providing the data center, plus Intel invested in Xeon, which is one of the cloud service providers in India. Intel Capital has invested there. So we do see the data center market continue to grow over the next few years.
Thank you.
So I'm Ravi Gupta from Intel's Enterprise Solutions Group. Largely for this launch, we would be joined by all our key OEMs, which includes HP, Dell, IBM, Cisco, Fujitsu, and others. And we see them utilizing this new platform, server platform, both for their customers and for themselves in a much more efficient way, because this gives them the power to design or customize their offering based on customers' performance needs, or design need, or data center rack space need, or even a voltage or energy needs.
What are the specific advantages of this processor for specific technologies, the latest technologies like virtualization, software-defined networking, and storage?
So largely what we see is the advantages are related to specific workloads, which range from HPC workloads to application server workloads, to workloads which are specific to storage, etc. But as an advantage, what we see is clearly performance gain ranging from 50%, in certain cases from 35%, to as high as 2x, which is 100% improvement for certain workloads. So obviously, which means that with the new design of servers based on these processors, these OEMs can cater to much larger workloads, or can cater to the same workload with less amount of hardware.
Okay. During the event, you spoke about the application acceleration for applications like HANA software, and could you explain that it's a more specific, with more specific details, like how this processor type improves the performance of this software?
So as I said, since these are new generation processors which have various advantages, and some of the advantages range from performance advantage in encryption to performance advantage which is scalar in nature. Certain applications, whether it is SAP HANA or other applications, can utilize these performance advantages for doing a better business analytics, better database management, as well as better big data analysis, which requires them to analyze terabytes of data in a very fast speed. And all that is now possible with this new generation of processors going into application servers which use them.
Okay, one last question. What are the latest trends, or what do you expect next in software-defined architecture, and what will be Intel's next offering for this particular segment?
So what we see as a trend is obviously the software-defined infrastructure evolving. Largely, it has taken a precedence on software-defined networks, but what we see is also going forward, it will be software-defined compute and software-defined storage, wherein what Intel would like to do is to make sure that whatever hardware, processors, or architecture we make, that can be used by the applications to do SDI, which is software-defined infrastructure, in a much more faster and efficient way.
Okay, anything next in the offing in the coming months or so?
We definitely see architecture shift from our side, which will be more towards SDI as we go forward on all aspects of computing, which includes networking, storage, and processors.
Okay. Thank you, sir.